Hello guys, welcome to Mathematics Classes by Nikita. So today I am starting with chapter 2, that is relations and functions. This chapter is very important. The whole of the class 12th maths is based on this chapter. You will be starting with relations and functions in class 12, then you will study inverse trigonometric functions again, which involves functions. Then you will study what is continuity and differentiability of functions. Then you will study how to apply the application of derivatives. So all the concepts will be based on relations and functions. Okay, तो first of all जब भी आप एक relation define करते हो डे टू डे लाइफ के अंदर, सो यू नीड टू पीपल. हम रिलेशन की यहाँ बात कर रहे हैं तो रिलेशन कुड बी ऑफ मदर डॉटर, कुड बी ऑफ फादर एंड सन, कुड बी ऑफ ब्रदर एंड सिस्टर. सो मैनी रिलेशंस यू नो. बट रिलेशन जब आप बोलते हो रिलेशन के लिए यू नीड टू पीपल. So suppose I am talking about the relation mother is a mother. I write the statement that Meena is a mother of Nikita. Is a mother of Nikita. So basically I need two people. So here the peoples are Meena and Nikita, and I have defined the relation between them. The relation is a mother. So basically Meena is a mother of Nikita. Okay, so in maths we say that these are two objects. So this is how we are linking these two objects with the help of a relation, and is a mother is a relation. Now I cannot change the objects, the order of the objects. I cannot say Nikita is the mother of Meena. So that is not true. So therefore when I say that I have two objects and I have relation between them, then the order of the objects is also very important. आपने किस order में लिखा है objects को. Now let's see mathematically what are relations, और हम कैसे इनको maths के अंदर हम कहाँ इनको encounter करते हैं. So in maths we come across many relations such as number m is less than number n. So you have two numbers m and n, और उनके बीच में मैंने कैसा relation define करा है कि m is less than n. So is less than. So this is also a relation. Okay, and you may have line L is parallel to line M. So is parallel to is a relation between line L and line M. Okay, so this is also a relation के, तो ये सारे relation की category के अंदर आते हैं. हम maths के अंदर हर जगह पढ़ते हैं ये relations, but अब हम formally पढ़ेंगे, अच्छे से पढ़ेंगे कि रिलेशन होते क्या हैं, उनकी डेफिनेशन क्या होती है, उनकी प्रॉपर्टीज़ क्या होती हैं. सेट ए इज़ अ सबसेट ऑफ सेट बी, जो आप अभी फर्स्ट चैप्टर में पढ़ के आए हो. सेट ए इज़ अ सबसेट ऑफ सेट बी. हमारे पास दो सेट हैं ए और बी, और उनके बीच में मैंने एक रिलेशन डिफाइन करा है इज़ अ सबसेट. इज़ अ सबसेट, ठीक है. सो ए इज़ अ सबसेट ऑफ बी, बट अगर मैं इसका कन्वर्स कर दूं बी इज़ अ सबसेट ऑफ ए, सो इट मे और मे नॉट बी ट्रू. ठीक है. सो देयरफॉर ऑर्डर ऑफ द ऑब्जेक्ट्स इज ऑल्सो वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. सो ये सारे रिलेशंस आप देख चुके हो. सो रिलेशन के लिए यू नीड अ पेयर ऑफ ऑब्जेक्ट्स, उनके बीच में हम एक रिलेशन डिफाइन करते हैं, उसको हम रिलेशन बोलते हैं. नाउ फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल we will see that what is Cartesian product of sets. I have two set and how to define their Cartesian product. Later on we will see how to define the relation from a set A to a set B, and then we will define what is a function. So basically function from a set A to a set B is a special type of relation. Okay, so one by one we will be building the theory. So in all these we note that a relation involves pair of objects in certain order. So very important, in certain order. In this chapter we will learn how to link pair of objects from two sets and then introduce relation between the two objects in the pair. And finally we will learn about special relations which will be known as functions. तो functions आपका जो है main point of study है यहाँ पे. So first we will define what is Cartesian product of sets. Now if you remember, you have already studied what is an ordered pair of elements in your earlier classes. So first I will just revise what is an ordered pair of elements. Ordered pair of elements. Suppose I have two sets, A, capital A and capital B. So if I write like this, where this small a is coming from capital A and small b is coming from capital B. So this is known as an ordered pair. Ordered pair of elements from the set A and B. Okay, so this tuple, this is known as a tuple and this is known as an ordered pair. Why ordered? Why we use the word ordered? पेयर तो आपको समझ आ गया. पेयर क्योंकि यहाँ पे दो कोऑर्डिनेट्स है. सो दिस इज द फर्स्ट कोऑर्डिनेट एंड दिस इज द सेकंड कोऑर्डिनेट and this together is known as an ordered pair. Now if I write B comma A, if I change their order, B comma A, now B is coming from capital B and A is coming from capital A. अब मैंने यहाँ पे इसका ऑर्डर चेंज कर दिया. तो फर्स्ट कोऑर्डिनेट इज B and the second coordinate is A. So therefore what we see is that AB is not same as BA. So these two ordered pairs are not same. That is why we name this as ordered pair. जैसे ही आपने ऑर्डर चेंज करा तो ये दोनों जो एलिमेंट्स हैं ये दोनों नॉट इक्वल कहलाएंगे. अगर मैं आपको टू डायमेंशनल के उसमें समझाऊं प्लेन के अंदर, लेट्स सी, सपोज दिस इज योर एक्स एक्सिस एंड दिस इज योर वाई एक्सिस. Let's mark some points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then here I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Suppose I want to find the ordered pair. First of all, let's find 1, 2. So 1, 2 means that the x coordinate is 1 and the y coordinate is 2. So x coordinate is 1 and the y coordinate is 2. So that means the point lies somewhere here in the two-dimensional space. So this point is 1, 2. So this is an ordered pair. Now let's change their order. Now let's see what is 2, 1. So 2, 1 means the x coordinate is 2 and the y coordinate is 1. So the x coordinate is 2 and the y coordinate is 1. So that means you are somewhere here. So this is the point 2, 1. You can see that these 2 points are not equal. These 2 points are not equal. So they are known as ordered pair. So I hope you understand the concept of ordered pair of elements. Now let's see what is Cartesian product of sets. So given two non-empty sets P and Q, the Cartesian product P cross Q. So this operation is cross. P cross Q is the set of all ordered pair of elements from P and Q. So what is P cross Q? P cross Q is known as Cartesian product of P and Q, and this is the set of all ordered pair of elements from P and Q. The word all is very important. So mathematically what we do is we write this set as, so this is a set which is formed from two sets P and Q. So P cross Q is the set of all ordered pair. So ordered pair means it is of the form P comma Q such that P is coming from capital P and Q is coming from capital Q. So this is the set P cross Q. Very important. अगर आप P cross Q लिख रहे हो then P should come from capital P, that is the first coordinate, and second coordinate should come from the set capital Q. Got it? Now note one thing. If either P or Q is the null set means empty set. या तो P empty है या तो Q empty है या दोनों के दोनों empty है. P भी empty है, Q भी empty है. Then P cross Q will also be an empty set. That means P cross Q is equal to phi. Very important thing to note. क्योंकि आपके पास अगर suppose आपका P empty है. Suppose P is empty. So P has no elements and set Q is 1, 2 and I want to find what is P cross Q. Now I know by definition this is the set of all ordered pair of elements from P and Q, but what should be the first coordinate? The first coordinate is coming from the set P which is empty. So I cannot write the first coordinate, but I know how to write the second coordinate. But क्योंकि first coordinate ही नहीं है मेरे पास, so that means this set is an empty set. So it has no element. Okay, so if either P or Q are empty set or the null set, then P cross Q is also an empty set. Okay, now let me give you one example. Suppose my set P is 1, 2 and Q is 3, 4, and I want to find what is P cross Q. Now apply the definition. P cross Q is the set of all ordered pair of elements from the set P and set Q. तो हम लिखेंगे कैसे? So first basically what you have to do is you have to first write the element of P. The first coordinate are the element of P. That means पहले आप 1 को उठाओ और इसको आप लिंक करो Q के हर एलिमेंट के साथ, और लिंक या फिर associate. So what you have to do is you have to associate each element of P with each element of Q. Very important to note. What you have to do is you have to associate each element of P with each element of Q. With each element of Q. So note these two terms, each element of P with each element of Q. तो पहले मैंने 1 को पिक करा. Now associate 1 with each element of Q. So I'll write 1, 3. Then I'll write 1, 4. Now pick the next element of P, which is 2. Now associate 2 with 3 and 4. So 2, 3, and then I will have 2, 4. So this is your P cross Q. और अगर आपको इसको विजुलाइज करना है विद द हेल्प ऑफ अ डायग्राम, सपोज दिस इज माई सेट P and this is my set Q. So P has two elements. First we have 1 and then we have 2, and Q has again two elements, so 3 and 4. So I told you what is P cross Q. You have to associate each element of P with each element of Q. तो 1 को पहले मैंने 3 के साथ एसोसिएट करा, देन 1 को मैंने फिर 4 के साथ एसोसिएट करा, फिर 2 को मैंने उठाया, 2 को मैंने 3 के साथ एसोसिएट करा, एंड 2 को फिर मैंने 4 के साथ एसोसिएट करा. सो दिस इज़ द जस्ट फॉर योर अंडरस्टैंडिंग, फॉर योर विजुलाइजेशन. एक और तरीके से आप विजुलाइज कर सकते हो. सपोज आई मेक द टू कोऑर्डिनेट axis. So suppose this is my x axis and this is my y axis. So what we will do is, अगर तो मैंने P cross Q find करना है, so I'll write all the elements of P on the x axis. So I write 1, then I write 2, and I'll write all the elements of Q on the y axis. तो जब भी जो आपका पहला सेट है उसके एलिमेंट्स को आप x axis पे लिखोगे, और जो सेकेंड सेट है उसके एलिमेंट्स को आप y axis पे लिखोगे. So this is something like 3 and 4. You just draw the parallel lines like this and horizontal lines like this. अब जहाँ ये intersect कर रहे हैं, mark these points. Now what is this point? This point is 1, 3. This point is 2, 3. This point is 1, 4, and this point is 2, 4. You can see that आपको सारे ordered pairs मिल गए. So this is your P cross Q. So P cross Q is nothing but the set of all ordered pairs from the set P and the set Q. But आपको order maintain करना है. अगर P cross Q लिखा है तो पहले आप P के एलिमेंट्स फर्स्ट कोऑर्डिनेट के अंदर P के एलिमेंट्स आएंगे और सेकंड कोऑर्डिनेट के अंदर Q के एलिमेंट्स आएंगे. नाउ let's see one practical example. Now this example is given in your NCERT book also. Let A equal to DL, MP and KA. So DL stands for Delhi, MP stands for Madhya Pradesh and KA stands for Karnataka, and B equal to 01, 02, 03 represent codes for the license plates of vehicles issued by DL, MP, Karnataka respectively. Okay, so these are certain codes. We have two sets of codes. Okay, The first set contains the code of the state and the second set contains certain other code. Now the question is, we have to find the available pairs for making codes for the license plates of vehicles with the restriction that the code begins with an element from the set A. Very important that the code begins with the restriction that the code begins with an element from set A. ये ज़रूर आपने अपने व्हीकल्स की नंबर प्लेट में भी देखा होगा कि आपकी कोडिंग कैसे होती है. DL03 आगे कोई नंबर होता है 3012. सो दिस इज़ हाउ द कोड्स आर मेड. सो बेसिकली यहाँ पे आपको क्या फाइंड करना है, क्योंकि रिस्ट्रिक्शन ये है कि जो पहला कोड है दैट शुड बिगिन विद एन एलिमेंट फ्रॉम द सेट ए. सो दैट मीन्स यू हैव टू फाइंड ए क्रॉस बी. Okay, you have to find A cross B. So A cross B is nothing but the set of all ordered pairs from the set A and B. So I told you have to associate each element of A with each element of B. So first we will write DL comma 01, then DL comma 02, then DL comma 03. Okay, now next element will be MP 01, then MP 02, then MP 03, and then we have KA 01, KA 02, and then KA 03. So these are your available pairs for making codes. अब कोई भी एक पेयर उठा के आप कोड बना सकते हैं. फॉर एग्जाम्पल आई पिक KA, 02. इस पेयर को मैंने उठाया एंड आई मेक सम कोड दैट KA 023012. सो दिस इज बेसिकली योर लाइसेंस प्लेट का नंबर. ओके, सो दिस इज हाउ it is done. So I hope you understood the concept. Now let's see the remarks. The first remark says that two ordered pairs are equal if and only if the corresponding first elements are equal and the second elements are also equal. So when does the two ordered pairs are equal? For example, you have two ordered pairs, say A1 B1 and A2 B2. When will they be equal? So they will be equal if the corresponding first coordinates are equal. That means A1 should be equal to A2 and B1 should be equal to B2. Okay, so we have if and only if. So we have if and only if. If this statement is true, then the second statement is true, and if the second statement is true, then the first statement is true. Second remark, if A has P elements and B has Q elements, then A cross B has PQ elements. So PQ means the product. Okay, that means you have to find, given is that n of A is small p and n of B is small q. So we have counted the number of elements in set A and set B, and we are interested to find the number of elements in A cross B. So number of elements in A cross B will be number of elements in A into number of elements in set B, which is equal to P into Q. So you just have to take the product of number of elements in A and B. The third remark says that if A and B are non-empty sets and either A or B is an infinite set, then so is A cross B. So if A or B are infinite set, that means या तो A infinite है या B infinite है या दोनों के दोनों infinite है, then their Cartesian product is also an infinite set. Now next we see how to define A cross A cross A. So A cross A cross A is nothing but this is the set of all ordered triplet. So now instead of pair we are talking about the triplet. Triplet means it has three coordinates: the first coordinate, the second coordinate and the third coordinate. So this is the set of all A comma B comma C such that A is coming from capital A, B is coming from capital A, and C is coming from capital A. So here A comma B comma C is called an ordered triplet. Okay, so now we are moving to three-dimensional space. Now let's see the examples of your NCERT book. The first example says that if x plus 1 comma y minus 2 is equal to 3 comma 1, you have to find the values of x and y. So basically it is given that these two ordered pairs are equal. You have to find the values of x and y. So I told you, then when two ordered pairs are equal, this means what? That their first coordinates are equal and their second coordinates are equal. So since x plus 1 comma y minus 2 is equal to 3 comma 1, this implies x plus 1 is equal to 3 and y minus 2 is equal to 1. And from here now you can solve these two equations. So these are your linear equations in one variable. So from here you will get x is equal to 2 and y is equal to 3. So these are the values of x and y. Let's see the second question, the second example. If capital P is equal to A comma B comma C and capital Q is equal to R, you have to form the sets P cross Q and Q cross P. Are these two products equal? And then you have to tell whether these two products are equal or not. So first let us find what is P cross Q. So P cross Q, that means you have to associate each element of P with each element of Q. So we will be having the elements of the form A comma R, then B comma R, and then C comma R. And you can see, you can find how many elements will be there. So P cross Q will be having how many elements? Number of elements in P are 3 and number of elements in Q is 1. So therefore 3 into 1 means 3 elements are there. Now let's find what is Q cross P. Now Q cross P में first coordinate कहाँ से आ रहा है? Q से. So therefore the elements are of this form. R comma A, then R comma B, and then R comma C. So you can see that these two products are not equal. So you will write the reason. So the reason is P cross Q is not equal to Q cross P since the element A comma R. So this is an ordered pair. I told you that this is not equal to R comma A. Why it is not equal? Because their first coordinates are not equal and their second coordinates are not equal. Now let's see example number 3. Let A equal to 1 comma 2 comma 3 and B equal to 3 comma 4 and C equal to 4 comma 5 comma 6. You have to find, so first one is you have to find what is A cross B intersection C. You have to find this. Now to find this, first we have to find the set B intersection C. So what is B intersection C? B intersection C is the set of all common elements in B and C. So it will be equal to just 4. Now let's find what is the Cartesian product of A and B intersection C. So this is equal to, you have to associate each element of A with each element of B intersection C. So therefore I will have 1 comma 4, then 2 comma 4, and then 3 comma 4. So this is my set. Okay. Now next you have to find A cross B intersection with A cross C. So first we will find what is A cross B and then we will find A cross C and then we will take their intersection. So first let us see what is A cross B. So A cross B, by definition, it is equal to 1 comma 3, 1 comma 4, then 2 comma 3, 2 comma 4, then you have 3 comma 3 and 3 comma 4. And what is A cross C? A cross C is equal to, now you have to associate each element of A with each element of C. So 1 comma 4, then you have 1 comma 5, then 1 comma 6, then 2 comma 4, 2 comma 5, 2 comma 6, then after this you will have 3 comma 4, 3 comma 5 and 3 comma 6. Now you take their intersection. So A cross B intersection with A cross C. You have to find the common elements. So common elements are 1 comma 3 is there? It is not there. 1 comma 4? Yes. So I'll write 1 comma 4. Then 2 comma 3? Not there. 2 comma 4? It is there. Then 3 comma 3? No. 3 comma 4? Yes. So only 3 elements are common. 1 4, 2 comma 4 and 3 comma 4. So 1 comma 4, 2 comma 4 and 3 comma 4. So this is their intersection. Now in the next part you have to find A cross B union C. A cross B union C. So first let us find what is B union C. B union C means you have to write all the elements of B together with all the elements of C. So 3, 4 and set C is 4, 5, 6. So 4 is already there. I'll write 5 and 6. Now let's take the Cartesian product A cross B union C. So this is equal to. Now what is your set A? Set A is 1, 2, 3. So set A is 1, 2, 3. So associate each element of A with each element of B union C. So you will get 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 5, 1, 6, then 2, 3, 2, 4, 2, 5, 2, 6, then 3, 3, then 3, 4, then 3, 5, then 3, 6. So this is your set A cross B union C. And if you want to check the cardinality, so this will be equal to cardinality of A into cardinality of B union C. So 3 into 4, that means 12 elements should be there. So you can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay? Now next you have to find what is A cross B union with A cross C. A cross B union with A cross C. So let us first find what is A cross B. So A cross B we have already found out. So this is equal to this set, and A cross C is this set. Okay, so you just have to take their union. So union means you have to write all the elements of A cross B together with all the elements of A cross C. So here you can see A cross B is this and A cross C is this. So let me write. So I am writing directly what is their union. So A cross B union with A cross C is equal to 1, 3, 1, 4, 2, 3, 2, 4, 3, 3, 3, 4. After this 1, 4 is already there. 1, 5, 1, 6. Then 2, 4 is already there. 2, 5, 2, 6. And then you will have 3, 4 is already there. 3, 5, 3, 6. So this is your A cross B union with A cross C. Okay. Next example, if P is equal to 1 comma 2, you have to form the set P cross P cross P. Okay, so I'll recommend you that you first find P cross P. So first let us find what is P cross P. So P cross P is the set of all ordered pairs. Okay, so therefore the elements will be of the form 1 comma 1, then you have 1 comma 2, then you have 2 comma 1, and then you have 2 comma 2. So this is P cross P. Now consider this as one set and take its Cartesian product with P. So this is as one set and this is your second set. So what you will get? So each element of P cross P with each element of P. So I'll have this with 1, then 1 comma 1 with 2, then I'll have 1 comma 2 with 1, then 1 comma 2 with 2, then 2 comma 1 with 1, then 2 comma 1 with 2, then you'll have 2 comma 2 with 1, and then 2 comma 2 with 2. So this is the set P cross P cross P. और अगर आपको इसकी कार्डिनैलिटी फाइंड करनी है P क्रॉस P, so this will be equal to cardinality of P into cardinality of P into cardinality of P, which is equal to 2 into 2 into 2, which is 8, and you can see that we have 8 elements. Okay, now next example number 5. Example number 5 says if R is the set of all real numbers, what do the Cartesian product R cross R and R cross R cross R represents? Okay, so first of all, the Cartesian product R cross R. What is this? R means R is the set of real numbers. So R cross R क्या हो जाएगा? The set of all ordered pairs of the form x comma y such that x and y are coming from the set of real numbers. Okay, so this is your R cross R. Now what does this represent? This represents your set of all Cartesian coordinates in two-dimensional plane, 2D plane. So this is nothing but R square. So we will write which represents the coordinates of all the points in two-dimensional space. Now similarly, let's see what is the Cartesian product R cross R cross R. So the Cartesian product R cross R cross R. So this is the set of all ordered triplets. So it will be the set of the form x comma y comma z such that x comma y comma z are coming from the set R. So this represents, which represents the set of all points in three-dimensional space, because now you have three coordinates. Okay, the first coordinate is x, then you have y, the second coordinate, and then the third coordinate is z. Example number 6. If A cross B is equal to this set, you have to find capital A and capital P. Now see, A cross B is given to you. You have to find the set A and B. Now, when you defined A cross B, so A or B कैसे निकालें अब? See, A was the set of all first coordinates and B was the set of all second coordinates. So what you have to do is, A is nothing but the set of all first coordinates So therefore it will be equal to, you just pick all the first coordinate. और हम set लिख रहे हैं तो order is not important and repetition is not allowed. So therefore पहले P आएगा, P is already there, then M. So P and M. So these are the first coordinate. And B is nothing but the set of all second coordinate. The set of all second coordinates. So this will be equal to, the second coordinate is Q, then you have R, and then again Q and R we have already written. So these are your sets A and B. So we have finished the examples. So in the next lesson I will be doing the exercise 2.1. Hope you understood all the basic concepts of what is a Cartesian product. So please do like and subscribe my videos. Thank you for watching.